Hello everyone and welcome back to Quantum Break. This is episode 7. Last time, pretty significant events occurred. Two Beths. A young Beth and a slightly older Beth and a secret third Beth that's even older than the two pictured here. Time travel, baby. We activated the machine. We were going to go back to 2010. Sophia Amaral said, fuck you guys for saving me from getting splattered by a Monarch drone. I'm going to send Beth to the end of time. That kind of kicks off pretty much everything because a young, scared Paul Serene encounters Beth Wilder, and instead of her accepting his offer of maybe working together to get out of there, they're engaged in some form of fight to the death across a subjective period of time. We don't know how much. Tumbling through this end of time period, avoiding shifters, they managed to go through the time machine. Paul fixes it. They go back to the earliest point, 1999, Will's first test. He's injured in the process of these two blasting their way through. And then she goes, damn, time to go through 1999. Time to go through life once again, slightly older than I was before. And here, let's go talk to my younger self, give her the book of secrets and say, hey, 9/11, you'll try to stop it as a child. And you know what? So will I. I'll also try to stop it. Even though I'm giving you a book that says, don't even try. I'm also going to try and rebel against that whole routine. And we'll both try. And that's the only significant event that will happen in the whole 2000s. And then it'll get to 2016 and the fracture will happen. And that's all you need to know. That big old empty gap of 2001 to 2016 where you are free to do whatever you want. Nothing of note happens to you or the world. And after witnessing this sort of sequence play out, Beth is here, aging. The game wants me to believe that she's older. She doesn't look it. She's aged gracefully in this time period. She's just wearing a beanie now. But she's reached 2010 the long way around, and we have only just seen her moments ago. So now we're going to continue as we've entered Act 4, Part 3. Keep doing that. Act 4, Part 3. And we'll see how we go. We now have a Beth that has kind of lost hope, which is very sad. Didn't even think that I would be here, maybe. But there is the countermeasure date.
11 years.
So, yeah, we basically have this really crazy sequence that Beth and Paul both go through 1999 together. And they can't do anything. They can't change any time. Beth even witnessed the Joyce parents dying and maybe even had some part to play in that by even being there in the process. It's a lot.
I'll unlock the door.
So where's Will? Where's the countermeasure?
The countermeasure's at William's workshop, where he built it.
Then that's where we go.
Yes. That was the plan.
Oh man, you just it's so heavy to just even process, for Jack. Nothing has changed in the sense that this was the plan. He's here as intended, and Beth completely being thrown out of whack.
Just have to unlock this.
Having to continue the plan or talk with her, even though it's been so long. I want to get this before we go. Beth, you're going to have to hold on there.
Go see Beth.
Nah, hold on a sec. I've got a Chronon source to obtain. But yeah, just this whole thing playing out, and then right at the end of it to be like, hey, I know it's 2010, and, maybe it took a little while for you to get here. How do you proceed from there normally? It's just so fucking insane. To to see someone that you've like barely known, the next time you see them, they are 11 years older.
My supplies are upstairs. We'll need to get them. There's so much you don't know that you never saw. I gave up on the idea that she would ever come.
Oh, there was one right here. Nope, that's a lie. I've been fooled. I've been tricked. Hold on. Is there another one? Is there another Chronon source over here? What do you mean? Maybe it's up there. Ah, the cafeteria upstairs. That's probably there, and that's probably the Chronon source. Really threw me for a loop there. I'm like, I just got one. Just got one from over there. I cannot see anything. Why have they made this place so dark all of a sudden? Well, okay, we're having a bit of a. Okay, that's why we're having a bit of a lighting time today. It's that 2010. What? It's that 2010 lighting. It doesn't want to remain consistent. Okay. Things were just weird in 2010, you know.
I need to know we're still in this together.
I told you once our fate is already laid out for us. I still believe that. More than ever. I'm just worried what that might mean.
It means we finish this.
You need gear? Take whatever you need. The rest of it's going in the river. Along with everything else I brought here.
That's a little drastic.
My time here is done, Jack. I have to erase my presence. Let me know when you're ready to go.
Damn. Just erase her presence so all of this is gone. Because when we come in here in 2016, none of this is here. Hey, you couldn't leave me some guns for the future? This is heavy, dude.
I can't imagine what happened to you. When you entered that machine, I wanted to go after you, but I didn't know where Sophia sent you or how to find you.
You made it here. It's all that matters. You followed the plan.
Whatever happened to you, we'll change it.
Don't.
We can fix this.
Don't.
We can undo this.
You still don't get it. It can't be changed. No matter what we do, the pieces fall in all of the exact same places. I've tried. Over and over.
I can't just sit back and do nothing.
You have to let go. Jack. You have to let go. I've seen it. The end of time. That is where she sent me. I was there. I've been fighting this fight my entire life, and I saw us fail. I saw where this leads. I just don't know anymore. I don't know if we can win this thing.
Then we'll die finding out.
Oh, talking to you, talking to you ends the level. It's not just a thing that we can do. We're now in part 4. Hey, you mind if I go back? Oh, I was like, oh, well, you're here first, so let me just talk to you, and then I'll look around. Oh, that ain't happening. Oh,
That's a little drastic.
My time here is done, Jack. I have to erase my presence. Let me know when you're ready to go.
she did say, let me know. And talking to her, you know, that does mean we're letting her know that we're ready to go. So now I'm here and I can take a look. So I've used the time machine. I've traveled back in time, and it's an amazing spread that you've picked up here. It truly is such an amazing spread. However, I am a man of simple yet developed tastes, and I will be taking my carbine, and I will be taking my SMG, and I will be enjoying them. And we'll grab a burst fire rifle.
Ready when you are.
A burst fire pistol, maybe. Last time, I was too ready. I was too hasty. I'm not ready yet, okay? I must have a look.
Okay. The countermeasures at Will's workshop. We find it, then what?
You bring it back here, use the machine, and return to the future. Use it to stop the fracture. That was always the plan.
That is still the plan.
Yes.
I feel like Beth is going to end up like, I don't know. It feels like Beth is going to try and, I don't know, do something or pull something which is, that is still the plan. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know about that. Beth's new 2010 plan. Will it be committed to? Let's see. Let me see what I can read from here, because it's just a bunch of pictures. Arrive after dark, after Will is left. Possible Monarch presence, avoid detection, break into workshop, retrieve countermeasure, in a safe. GZ incident, stay focused, return to Bradbury. Time travel, November 9th, 2016, after original departure. Meet up with Jack, use countermeasure to fix fracture. How does it work? Make Amaral help. Yeah, this is the really interesting part. So at the moment, we've only seen a flash of this period of time, which is when we were in the workshop. We kind of saw that Paul is there and Beth is there, and it is Beanie Beth. So I think we will be seeing that play out. It would also make sense why Will is like, not hearing from you. Haven't heard from you. Where are you? What's happening? Any of this, you know, where, hello? And it's because we may indeed be traveling once more to the day after the departure. That's going to be insane if that goes off without. He's just returning to rip Amaral a new one, I think. Scared for how Beth is going to respond to that, maybe. We shall see. Okay, we've looked at the narrative objects. I have a Chronon source to obtain, and I have a board for us to look at as well. Can I go in here, please? Why? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Is the Chronon source downstairs after all? You're fucking with me.
You followed Paul to 1999. Why did he travel so far back?
To form Monarch. Prepare for what's coming.
You kept tabs on him.
And he's kept tabs on me.
The rise of the Monarch whiteboard. March 1999. Monarch formed. CEO never disclosed. Lucrative investments all based on Serene's future knowledge. August 2000. Monarch spotted. Monarch spotted following William Joyce. Monarch is following William throughout Riverport. No longer safe to keep in direct communication. Oh, wow. So that also explains just the complete gap as well. He's like, what the hell? Martin Hatch hired. First listing of Martin Hatch on employee chart. No details available on Hatch prior to this, which we've also read about. Monarch patrolling workshop. Monarch spotted near Will's workshop, barely escaped alive, must avoid workshop area. 2003, Monarch on Fortune 500. Well positioned on Fortune 500. Investments have stopped. PR campaign has begun. February 2005, spotted by Monarch. Monarch is still searching for me. Must stay out of the public eye from this point forward. 2006, R&D facility commissioned. Gull Island must investigate further. 2006, Martin Hatch promoted. Martin Hatch, now designated Monarch spokesperson. Previous spokesperson found dead. Every promotion Hatch receives results from a trail of blood. Monarch Tower construction begins on Monarch Tower. Monarch investigated Will's workshop. Personnel spotted covertly entering. They may know what we're up to. Security cameras now surround the workshop. Approaching area will alert Serene. Monarch Chronon Tech delayed. Monarch Chronon Tech research under Dr. Kim not proceeding as planned. Not enough chronon particles available. Ground Zero not present. Dr. Sophia Amaral recruited, hired as a chronon research scientist in 2010. And there you are. That is where we are right now. The rise of Monarch. Now, with Hatch coming in 2001 with no prior history, and then getting these blood trail promotions, it genuinely makes me curious, because I was thinking maybe Paul met Hatch at the end of time and it was some sort of weird thing. And yeah, was that inspired by the fact that, you know, I've played Alan Wake 2 and maybe I'm thinking of like some weird logic at play that could be very strange? Yes. But it seems like that was not the case at all, which is exciting. So it's like Beth and Paul were the ones to emerge in 1999. So Martin Hatch is an entirely different entity altogether, which is very fun as well, because he kind of comes in, we know that he's working against, or, you know, doing things behind Paul's back, and that sort of insinuates he's got an eye on things. He sees something strange going on here, and he goes, all right, let's I want to get involved, I want to get on board. Because I was initially thinking that maybe they make some sort of a plan, like on the sort of like doing a deal with the devil thing, and then they come back in time, start Monarch, and it's like, I'll give you success and you can fix everything, but you take me back with you, and then he starts working against him. But obviously it's a little bit different than that. But well done on your board. Well done on your board. Now, before I talk to you, there is a chronon source to obtain. It's not up here, and it's not back where I first found you, which means it's going to be down here somewhere. So let me grab that. It's very bright in here. Yeah, it's very bright in here. Thank you. The chronon source has been found. Okay. And now we can end the level as planned. Isn't it so good that in a video game, us playing the video game, we can time travel back and fix the mistake? Sorry, buddy. Jack can't do what we can.
I can't imagine what happened to you.
And you never will, as we are skipping the cutscene. What a crime. Now, Will's Workshop 2010 Act 4, Part 4. Let's watch this cutscene properly this time.
I don't know a fraction of the hell that Beth went through. What she experienced when she saw the end of time, how that changed her, like it changed Paul. Followed by 11 years of living like a ghost. Beth I'd known had laser focus. This Beth, she had doubts.
You okay?
Yeah.
But the countermeasure, the one thing that could set things right, was waiting for us at Will's workshop.
There it is.
I can see that she is like a little bit on like the older side now. Like now that she's like in a bit more lighting, I can see, you know, they gave her some bags under her eyes. Her hair's not so red anymore. Like I can now see that. There's a subtle aging there. It's not fucking dramatic. She's not fucking grandma Beth, and you know, but I can see it. But yeah, very rough to go from a laser focused Beth who's also 11 years younger to now someone who's gone through hell and back, not even allowed to really like live a life in these years, you know, has to literally stay out of the spotlight, can't be seen, just a nothing existence while also needing to plan for something that you're constantly doubting is going to even end up happening as the years go on. Such a brutal character shift.
2010, Monarch didn't own the area yet. That came shortly after because of what happened with you. But we knew William was building something new in his workshop, and we knew it must be important. We were monitoring the place.
Yeah, Beth knew about your presence. She'd done spying on her own. We came over the rooftops to avoid detection.
Over the rooftops to avoid detection. Okay.
It's this way.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how our involvement and our interaction with this then affects the time that has already always been happening. You know, just one of those things. We do have 2 more diaries. We have Beth's 4 and 5. And then Will's diary, Act 4, Part 4. So that's in here. October 10th, 2016, and then February 28th, 1999. Just crazy. On Beth's thoughts about entering the time machine and not knowing what comes next.
We've got Dr. Emerald. If she can fix this machine, then this is it. I have mixed feelings. That notebook gave me some kind of sense of invulnerability. I always knew what came next. Once I enter that machine, from that point forward, this story's unwritten. I haven't told Jack this, but I have found things in this swimming pool. Scattered papers, journal entries in my handwriting. My journey from this point forward isn't gonna be easy. That much is clear. As long as we succeed, it's all worth it. This can't be for nothing. We will succeed. We have to. It's our destiny.
It's our destiny, she says. Oh, it's just like tragic, which is like random things that have been left behind. So her presence hasn't been entirely erased. And just getting like little hints of that. It must be so confusing. Just being like, I know that I'm here at some point, but how do I get here? And it really does like get to that point where it's like, it gets so complicated because you're thinking about this notebook. You're thinking about the notebook. You're thinking about how everything goes on. And then it's like 2016 is the end point of the notebook. You know, we're not even going to acknowledge the fact that there is literally 15 years of no information. Maybe there is 15 years of information, you know, and maybe it's just not there for us to read. Who knows? You can think about it however you want. Maybe there is actually some important dates in there that are just not part of the video game entry. But it's crazy to think that she's like, yeah, it just stops there. And then she's like, well, I was given the notebook in 1999, so you have to go to 1999 at some point. But how do you get there? One of these days. Didn't expect it to be so soon, I'm sure. The end of time. On Beth's journey through time, first to the end and then to 1999, and how that has affected her perspective. I love that there is like the, you know, the Y2K angle of 99 and the end of time coming at more of a fracture point around 2016. We're a little bit late. So she got to enjoy a different Y2K party knowing that the end of time is not going to happen at the change of the millennium.
February 28th, 1999. 2100 hours. He got away. Serene is gone. When Amaral sent me through the machine, I thought I'd come out on the other end with a solution in sight. I found the opposite. The end of time. I saw it. I don't know what that means. Ever since I was 8 years old, I saw proof that things happen for a reason, that they can't be changed, that I had a purpose. I don't know what to believe now. If what I saw was real, then anything we do to stop it will fail. If that's true, then what is this all for? What does it mean? I can't give up. I'm gonna complete the cycle. Find a solution. There's still hope. I have to believe that.
Beth in 1999 still had hope, and she had to write a whole notebook to give to her younger self at that point in time. The Riverport Rexes, we'll see that sign in the swimming center at some point. All right, Beth, we'll follow you. I really wanted to enjoy the 4th of July party,
Does
though.
Will know we're coming?
No, he doesn't.
I can't believe we're stuck working on the
Because direct communication is too dangerous.
You wanted to take the extra shift.
I know.
Let's go.
That's genuinely...
I'm gonna buy a tanning bed, and I'm gonna live. What? It's a reference. You wouldn't get it.
That's genuinely unbelievable. That guy, I only recognize him because of his fuck-ass hairstyle.
This
That...
job sucks.
That's the dude who was like squatted and he was frozen holding that thing, and I said, God damn, I don't know what's worse, being frozen or having that haircut. Yo, and it's definitely not a repeated NPC. Come on, he's Monarch Guard duty. It's gotta be the same guy. It's such a unique hairstyle. Only 1 in a million people have one of those. Oh!
From this point on, we may be in their sights. We need to be quick.
All right, well, I'm gonna take my time. I gotta find some form of Chronon source. So, can I get that? Yeah, can I grab that? Hey, can I get that? Thank you.
Over here, Jack.
Yeah. How many upgrade points I got to spend? 3. Can't afford nothing.
Hey, Will?
He's not here. I made sure of that.
What? Why? He's the only one that knows how to use the countermeasure.
Which is why he needs to be kept safe. In case... things go bad.
Fine. We get the device, then you lead me to my brother.
Sure.
Now, where do we find this thing?
Will said he secured it inside a safe. Somewhere in the building.
All right, Will. Where'd you hide that safe?
We know that we are not getting taken to our brother. There just ain't no way that Beth is gonna be like, yeah, I'll take you to your brother, you know, 6 years earlier in
You've done
time.
it before. Witnessed flashes through time. I assume pieces of that puzzle had come together since.
And some are yet to come.
And some were yet to come. Okay. Ah, this will be the diary. The diary entry, I presume, on the television.
It's April 2nd, 1999. It's been about a month since the incident. Since I was shot by the man from the future. Since Wilder. I've moved the machine. Hidden it. I wish I could destroy it, but, I made it tell me as little as possible. The more you know about what'll happen, the worse it'll be. We're all puppets. I can take that for as long as I can't tell the difference. I think she understood. Doesn't matter. fracture is gonna happen because of what I did. It's... I have to fix it. I have to. I don't know how yet. I have to build a countermeasure of some kind. I know the theoretical mechanism of the field's collapse, but how to stop it, let alone reverse it. It'll take years of research. I have no idea how to do this. How to pay for it. I don't know. Wilder's from the future, and she came to me. I have to assume that I was successful, right? Why else would she come to me?
Why else indeed, buddy?
Planning on giving it to you.
And it was stolen before I ever had the chance. Which means this is the only way it can play out.
Stolen by you.
This must be where he built it. "11 years. Building this thing was his life for 11 years.
Yeah.
And we were hanging out in Thailand. We were traveling, having a good time. Jack Joyce, jet setter, traveling man, having a good time. Meanwhile, Beth, Paul, and Will suffering. Suffering since 99, dude. Connections for attaching sensors. Quantum geometry match. Dodecahedron alpha particles output sufficient. Chronon perimeter should handle the stuff. Looks to be okay. Perform final calculations. Begin material study. Handles all chronon particle. TAV reading tests okay. Also run through tritium tunnel. Combined with the Tesseract.
Maybe the safe is inside.
Yeah. Try to find a way in.
Oh, it's cool. This is amazing. You get to see the different types of countermeasures designs. He had one that was planned to be like an hourglass looking thing. He had one that was a triangle. Control. Very cool to see different designs that just did not make it. Will's journal. Okay, it's not super long. It's not one of Beth's journals. It's not going to be about everything. June 7th, 2010. The countermeasure is near completion. I should be celebrating. I should be excited. 11 years of work is coming to an end. But there is a weight on my mind. I can't shake it off. Jack came to see me. He found out that I sold our parents' house to continue funding my research. Understandably, he was furious. After all, the house was left to both of us. He doesn't understand the necessity of what I'm doing here. Talking turned to yelling, yelling turned to pushing. He told me it wasn't mine to sell. He told me they were his parents too. He told me that I was a piece of shit. I was angry. I couldn't contain myself, and then I said it. I still don't believe the words that came out of my mouth. I told him that it was his fault, the car crash. I told him that he was to blame for everything we'd been through. I knew it was the one thing that could truly hurt him, and I used it. I can justify my actions as a result of months of fatigue, frustration, lack of sleep. It was wrong. I knew it as soon as I said it. He just stood there, devastated for what felt like minutes. I could see a wall building between us. He told me he's leaving the town. He's never coming back. That was 3 days ago. I haven't been able to reach him since. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't concentrate. I know the countermeasure will be finished soon, but that victory is a hollow one now. I've spent 11 years building a device to save the world. The only thing that kept me going all this time was the fact that there was one person in this world that I needed to protect, no matter the cost. I just lost him. Man, it sucks that... It just sucks. That there are things that Jack does respond to. And then there are just things that... just nothing, you know? Which is unfortunate. Like the phone call echo, that doesn't get a response. A lot of stuff. It's just like, God damn it.
Hey, River Boy. I'm pretty sure you folks are having a better time than I am. Old Bobby's still stuck in the studio just a little while longer. Whereas all of you folks are out there enjoying what I hope are spectacular 4th of July parties. So set off some fireworks, eat a little too much, drink until every joke you hear is funny, and spend some time with your loved ones. Appreciate the good things in your life, you know? This country ain't perfect, but it's still pretty damn good, and it's sure as hell worth celebrating. I'm about done here myself. I can't wait to get home, crack open a beer or three, and kick back with the people I love most. We're gonna appreciate that this year's better than last year, and we've all got good things to look forward to. And isn't that what today's really all about? Being safe and free, not having to be afraid, knowing that we've made a future for ourselves, and that it's all gonna be all right. Yeah. Riverport, this is Bobby Radford signing off for tonight. And wishing all of you a happy Independence Day.
Thanks, Bobby. We're all gonna make our own futures together. There's a door open back there. Is that the way I should go? Should I go in here? There's looks to be a potential...
Let's see here.
Oh.
The power setup wasn't working, but it must have worked at some point.
Maybe I can rewind time to get this working.
You look fine. Oh, that's great. We haven't had to do one of those for a minute, have we? All right, so we'll probably come back in here in a second. Will's whiteboard. Call Jack on birthday. Apologize to Jack for not calling on birthday. June 2nd, don't forget what? Thanksgiving, remember, pay electricity, get electricity turned back on. Jack's birthday, June 2nd. Buy groceries. Give Beth update on status. Erase this. June 2nd. Apologize to Jack again. GMTR. What does this note mean? Buy whiteboard eraser. Meet with bank for loan. Shower first. Shower. Oh my god, bro. Ay. And that is a mess. That is a mess. To see how that is completely not connected.
Shit. Locked out again. Where was the failsafe switch? Follow the wire. Which one was it? Blue? Or was that the emergency shutdown? Oh, shit. I knew I should have labeled the wiring. And open sesame.
Emergency shutdown initiated.
Shit! Ass! Fucking goddamn it! Yellow wire, I knew it.
Whoa. He's helping us out with the timeline. Yellow wire.
We need to find a way.
I built a goddamn time machine, but I can't remember to keep a piece of shit door unlocked.
Will is too scatterbrained to remember a key. My guess is there's an electronic lock in the most irrational place imaginable.
There we go.
This is such a long time
The
spent.
device wasn't there, but it must have been at one time.
All right, let's reverse time. Whoa! Whee! It's gonna be here. And now we can press it on the yellow wire. Oh. Hey, maybe be quick about it. Boop, boop. Does that work?
I did it.
Nice.
Door's unlocked.
Popped a bit of time in there for a little bit.
Come take a look at this. Over here, Jack.
I'm looking at time machine designs, actually. All right, we have all the narrative objects found.
Come here.
Beth, I know you haven't had any human contact in a while, but you gotta give me some time here. Time. A quantum ripple. Oh no. And it's all the way over there at the very, very, very start. Oh, we've missed the Chronon ripple. And then the other two Chronon sources should be around here. Hey, Beth, you're going to have to You're gonna have to hold on. You're gonna have to hold on, because I gotta go look around. I gotta go get in there somehow. Hold on. I gotta go for a Chronon walk. Yeah. Now the other one. According to the collectibles, should be in between the whiteboard and the time machine designs, so it's got to be around here somewhere. Shame about that quantum ripple, though. It's in here? It's out here? It's up there? There you go. Easy. I'll be taking that. Ugh. And in terms of upgrades, we now have 5 points available. So we can slow time with time shield, an extra activation of time dodge with 1 more point, dodging 3 times in a row, threat detection on the pulse and range. I think I will get the extra dodge with 1 more source. All right, what did you want?
He didn't leave the code, but I can crack it. I just need some time to...
Somebody's here.
It's Monarch. I knew it. I knew they'd find us.
I'll take care of it. Just get that safe open, stay inside.
Yeah. Okay.
Us versus Monarch.
You've been spotted the moment you arrived. You never had a chance. You were on a suicide mission.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna lie down and just give up without a fight. Not then, not ever.
This is Trojan 1 approaching workshop perimeter. Over.
Remember, orders are to take her alive. Monarch Actual is en route.
Roger.
Beth and Will here. This looks like a different Beth. We weren't even able to interact with that. Did that pop up before and I missed it? Or is that part of this? I do not know. This music, though. This will explain why when we have those visions and we saw Beth, we did not see ourselves.
Stop right there. Where's the girl?
Hey, hold on. Take it easy.
He's got a gun. Open fire. Friendly down. What the fuck was that? Shoot it.
Hey guys, what's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? What's the problem? Boop. What's the problem?
We got a situation.
What's the sit rep?
He got backup. I don't know what he is.
Orders are to keep the mission
Oh my god.
tidy. Can't forward unwanted attention.
Commander Agawa here. And Serene. I thought you were dead. God damn it.
Time to move.
Get out of my way.
Uh-oh.
Here we are again. Exactly where we left off years ago.
Paul.
Hand it over.
I said, get out of my way.
20,
Gotta get back
2010 Paul.
Give me the device. Come with me. We can survive this together. You know it can't be stopped. I can see it in your eyes. You know this.
What if you're wrong?
Oh. This is Ground Zero.
We failed.
That's Ground
We
Zero.
created Ground Zero. Caused everything to happen how it always did. Every piece falling into place.
Except one. The blast sent you through time. Brought you back to 2016. The same exact time from which you left. Something anchored you there.
We traveled through time without a machine.
We need to know how you did this.
You think I wanted to come back? I was pulled away. Everything I came for was still back there. Left behind.
That's insane, dude. He's like in two places at once.
No, Beth. Beth. Come on, move. Beth, get up. Beth, come on, get up. Please, Beth. Beth, you need to move, okay? Yeah, that's it. Get the gun. Come on, Beth, move. Come on, please. Beth, move! Paul, don't do it. Don't do it, don't!
I'm not wrong.
You can't.
No!
Oh my god, dude.
No!
Because how do you think he has it in the future? How do you think he has it in 2016 when he's looking right at it?
Countermeasure the whole time. I had to get it back.
Because it's the lifeboat, dude.
A rash decision. You claim Beth Wilder's death had no impact on your behavior, but...
Like I said, I barely knew her.
So, what you did next? It wasn't personal?
No.
What you did next, it wasn't personal. Yeah. Goddamn. Dude, the way that like the time is shifting and changing, like he's oh, it's fucking crazy. Like he was in multiple places at once, like physically pushing back into 2016, but then being able to still visibly see it. My God. I wonder if like the countermeasure going off and that being Ground Zero is what maybe like pushed or accelerated Serene's like sickness at the moment as well. God damn. That really is just like crazy. And like she's dead too. Like she's shot in the head dead. Like this is actually shocking. This is actually shocking. Where it's like, let's like break it down and actually think about it instead of just like sitting here reeling. But like, point number one is that it's just fucking brutal. absolutely brutal that Beth was consigned to an 11-year torment of just loneliness and focusing on nothing but this exact plan, having to go through the end of time, back here, then to this, only to fail and get shot in the head. And she's gone. There isn't like coming back to 2016 together. And this whole thing of going back, and then Will having all of his life, all of his life leading up to this is like his life's work on the time machine, and then realizing that his time machine causes the fracture. So then he's like redoing his life's work to go against it and to fix it, put a big old Band-Aid on it. And it just fails. It just fails. And he doesn't know. He doesn't know because he comes to 2016 to come and stop it. And that, again, just ends in his death. Just the suffering involved in this loop of the fracture, Paul going back, Sophia sending Beth to the end of time as well. All of that happening is just this crazy thing that we're playing through of like the inevitability of what's happened has already happened. And you're like fighting against that. Like even now as we play it, it is this act of defiance of like, we can change it. This is like the hopeful thing. And there is like still, I guess, like technically that hope in the sense that the Lifeboat Protocol needs this countermeasure. It needs the CFR. It's kind of, it's insane to like break it down and think about it in a way where the countermeasure has been in Paul's hands this whole time. And we know that because we've seen it. Like we've seen it be used. Like that's the countermeasure right there. So if he has it in 2016, we don't get it in 2010, but we have to see it play out to see how the handoff happens, to see who steals it. And the fact that it's been taken and then he's using that as the Lifeboat Protocol, it is really fascinating in that sense, because I guess the countermeasure is going to be used in relation to the fracture. And he also is saying that he's not wrong. So it'll be really curious to see where Paul's going with this. He's like, it's spaghetti of time, because he does go back in time, does this whole thing, ends up becoming sort of like villainous by nature, but with this point of trying to save it, trying to figure out how to get time flowing again. Like he does have that goal in mind that we do as well in regards to using the countermeasure to fix it. And instead of us working together, we are at odds at many different points of the timeline. And again, these interviews with Ogawa are taking place in November, like a month later of all these things that have transpired. It's like, being questioned by Monolith's head of security because maybe we've killed Paul or something like that. We just have to like see it happen, but it's actually crazy. It genuinely is, just to like be a part of this story and to watch it all play out and the inevitability of it all. But there's still that way that this game kind of like hooks you that maybe this is the thing that's going to change it, even though we keep getting taught that it's not. It's very good. It's very good, but it's just heavy. Like I'm actually just really sad. I'm just really sad that like Beth's whole entire life is fucked up as a result of this. Like just didn't even really get a childhood, because it's like you got, at a very, very young age, your future you comes in and gives you the book of knowledge. And then you are constantly poisoned by that. Then you get to the point where you're finally free. Everything from this point, it's going to be like the unknown. And the unknown is yeeted to the end of time, thrown back to 1999, go back through the long way around to become this depressed husk of a person and then die. Like, that's just like, just sucks. It just sucks. So bad, dude. And now we are at a junction with Paul. What do we even decide? At the end of Act 4, Junction 4, Control. or surrender.
I don't have much time left, I know. I spent 17 years working it out, planning it, building Monarch, because I knew what was coming, and I knew it couldn't be stopped. But what I've built has been turned against me. What is the point in saving them if I can't trust them? I'm slipping away into pain and rage. The sickness is accelerating. The CFR. It has cost me so much. But I have harnessed its power. And with it, my plan will work. With it, I will keep the lights on when the world goes dark.
Mr. Serene? Sorry to disturb you, sir, but I have that cleanup report on Dr. Kim's lab you wanted.
Meet me in my office, soldier. I'll be there when I've sealed the CFR chamber. The lab explosion. My treatments, all gone. First things first. Seal the chamber.
I think, like, God, these animations are so good. Like, the idle thing is just like he's sweating the goddamn sickness as he's just like, am I even like, I'm phasing in and out of reality? There's so much to think about. Like, I've got thoughts, and then like they keep escaping me for a brief moment because there's just so fucking much going on in my head as we think about this.
The Chronon field regulator, William's precious countermeasure. Need to keep it safe at all costs. The lifeboat depends on it.
Maybe I will be able to think about it. Maybe it'll come to me when I realize these thoughts that keep escaping from me. Beth Wilder's last diary. Diary number 6, before she goes to meet her destiny.
July 4th, 2010. I've spent years in denial. About what I saw. About its inevitability. The end of time. I wanted to believe maybe Jack was right. Maybe all this could be undone. Erased. I looked for proof. A loophole. Something. Jack's parents died in a car crash. 1999. I thought, maybe if I could stop it from ever happening, if that were possible, then I failed. I failed every time. Every time I tried to make things right. This is our destiny. The good and the bad, intrinsically tied to this path. It can't be bent. It can't be broken. No matter whether we succeed or fail, it still comes. I see it every night in my dreams, scraping away at my mind. The end of time is coming. And the only way I've been able to keep sane is by focusing on the present. What's here? Now, in front of me. But today is different. My whole life, I've had a mission. I'm gonna see it through. Even if there's no hope. Even if we fail. This is what I was meant to do. And I know what happens next. This will be my final entry.
Damn, so it's like, I don't know if she even really knows that it's like the end for her, but she does at the same time. Ugh. The inevitability of it all. Even if you succeed or you think you succeed, it's still related to the event that transpires. And I was just thinking before, you know, we had a lot of like stuff that was like AWE, and we see the AWE stuff everywhere, and we now know what that means because of Control. But thinking about this game, this event, obviously I can't like dive into this thought until we finish the game. We actually see how things end, whether this is able to be fixed or not. But I'm like, this is one hell of an AWE. Depending on however this goes, I'm like, this can't possibly fit into the Remedy-verse. But we'll see. Anything is possible. It's like, I'll need to go over the Alan Wake 2 expansion once again and get more Timebreaker. You know, I'll have to get a little bit more of that and figure it out. Some things will probably make a little more sense or see like more connective tissue, because it was just knowing that, you know, Sean Ashmore playing Tim Breaker was a bit of like a cheeky little Quantum Break is here, and this could be like the element where Quantum Break could be its own parallel universe or different element within timelines or whatever that make things like AWE that's pushing against the fabric of our reality in the Alan Wake and Control space with the FBC.
The CFR has been secured.
Mr. Serene? I'm in your office.
I'll be right there. Serene out. The soldiers know how close to the end I am.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm not afraid of death.
Oh.
I'm afraid of becoming the enemy. What that would mean for me, for the plan. I can feel it infesting my thoughts.
He's very close to the end. So it looks like it's like a handprint seal in relation to that chamber. Just trying to see if there's actually things I need to get in here. There's one computer, just one single computer in here. Would it be the computer in my office? All right, I'll look for a computer. It was not the one in there, I don't think, because it was just a monitor that we looked at.
I don't know who to trust anymore. Martin Hatch. He used me all these years. How deep does this betrayal run? How many more are there? They wanted the lifeboat to fail. Why? What's their agenda?
CRE symptom scan. No computer in here that I can interact with, though. Yeah, Martin Hatch is the angle that I just have nothing for. I don't know what it could even possibly mean, how it can connect to things, what his actual goal is of him coming in here. But in regards to the people directly tied to the fracture and those intimately related, it's
Be right with
rough.
you, son.
It's rough.
I spent years living in the past, living in the safety of knowing what happens next. Years of planning, building. It's all come to this.
All right, crazy. His full understanding, which is more than just this notebook for young Beth. Exit the time machine, February 28th, 1999. Find the mystery woman, recover from injuries, write down notes on everything witnessed at the end of time, formulate plan with clear steps, keep it silent, start low-level investments, the Monarch formation. The Dow Jones peaks records, March 29, sell, industrial. It's like, the thing that makes me very curious about how he was able to plan all of this out so intricately quite early on is I'm like, was he able to use his like personal understanding or knowledge of Monarch at the time, you know, because he would have been involved in some element because Monarch and Riverport so intimately related that there would be some element of understanding like the history and being like, okay, Monarch does this type of stuff and then using that, but then there'd be also an element of just winging it. Original exit machine. May, high-profile investments. April, search for Williams time machine. Has been removed from the industrial area. Trails suggests machine was destroyed. Make sure. Make sure it was destroyed because they could never find it. Stock effects. We have Kosovo, NATO peace. Shenzhou launch. Putting team together. Find the traveler. Woman from end of time still not identified. Must be found. Yeah, okay. Contact Fang. Prepare stock purchases early. Prepare for the .com bubble. Being planned for, like, you know, certain massive events in regards to, like... This is really good, though, because what we're seeing is he remembers certain things related to stock markets or sales or anything where it's like, you know, the big old sales that happened and you can buy certain stocks and buy this, and this is like the perfect time to like buy your stock, sell your stock, get a lot of money that can go into financing all of this. Like there's a lot of really cool early explanations here on, well, I manipulated those stocks with some analysis, with some future knowledge. It's crazy. Start the El Salvador groundworks. Scout for Chronon research team. Begin tracking William Joyce. Start the... Oh my... Dude. Oh, dude. Like, that one. That's actually terrible. That's terrible. Oh my god. We're not even at the 2001 whiteboard yet. We're not even at the board yet. Dude. Okay. No sign of mystery woman from end of time. Search continues. Female, red hair, late 20s, linked to Joyce. The Kentucky spill. Kentucky PR. Using more investments. Fucking AOL. William working on a new project. He's developing new tech. Observe from afar until more is known. Prepare Republican connections. Have a good share of military industrial complex. Bush elected December 12th. Ready plan concerning Afghanistan. Like, in April of 2000, already prepping because he knows what's about to happen. To be overseen by Martin Hatch. Construct R&D facility on Gull Island. Start Chronon research. Sell World Trade Center real estate in February. Prepare the Monarch PR. El Salvador earthquake. 9/11. Real estate sales done. Improve relations with PMCs. Warned Stevenson. Invest New York. Collect assets. Just straight up. Already sold stuff ahead of time. Had stocks ready to go. Thinking about the military response. Thinking about the Afghanistan, like the war on terror. Afghanistan invasion. Call Senator Roberts. Offer the Lockheed contract. Sell remaining set. Like... he had to use 9/11 to his advantage to profit from it for this. Isn't that insane? Meanwhile, we have Beth trying to stop it twice. Poor little girl and poor younger Beth in her 20s trying to stop it. And he's like, I will prepare for it and I'm going to make a lot of money in war and investments. Send letters to senators to prepare for the Homeland Security Act. Jesus. 25% funding for the survival plan. Media buyout. Preliminary measures. US to Afghanistan. Hold on to MX210 stock. Contact embassy 2 weeks ahead. Growing questions about Monarch's true membership. Buyout all sources. Make JPL investments. Invest in Iraq oil. Establish relations with... Dude, establish relations with Facebook team in 2002. Monarch stock rise. Gull Island R&D facility complete. Lead on a mystery woman found. We have the Monarch stock rise. The Homeland Security Act. 2003. Livingston found dead. New development manager needed. March 19th. Iraq. Start PMC operations. 107 disaster. Get involved. Offer assistance. Martin Hatch promotion to development manager. Start lobbying for the Bush win next year. Make sure investments are ready. Stocks released to market. The Iran quake. Prepare assets to be shipped. Red Cross approved. Low profile. Start Monarch Security Branch in London. Recruitment and preliminary research on Cronin Tech. 50% funding for survival plan achieved. So we're just like literally seeing how he's getting all of the funding through all of these massive events. 2004. Check with NASA about Mars. Sell operation to Nicholas Bates. 5 years in. Stay strong. One path. Facebook. Be sure to get good amount of shares. Get a good amount of shares on Facebook. Lifeboat planning session. 75% funding. Bush re-elected. Contact all Republican connections. Give assistance to pass the Nervous Act. Attend presidential gala for more PR. The Southeast Asia earthquake. Global PR campaign dollars. Send emergency aid to Thailand. Making sure it's very visible. Senator Ridley questioning Monarch Authority. Develop a resolution plan. YouTube. Get involved early. Get involved into YouTube early, they say. 2004. Resolve the Ridley issue. Gibson to lead team. 2005. Ah yes, the Hurricane Katrina. April 23rd, YouTube launch. Acquire stocks. Launch the PR campaign in service. Oh, by the way, possible mystery woman sighting. London. Katrina team already prepped and ready. Riverport police force takeover begins. Total funding achieved in 2005. Sell all real estate for Hurricane Katrina. Monarch PR helping. 100% funding. It's just like all of these papers. Like this is the really cool thing. So if we break it down for a second, coming back here, you have his original ideas of when he comes back. He's just like really kind of has a couple of things spaced out of like what he remembers. He's like, I've exited the machine here. There's a couple of big things here. Call this person for help. This kind of stuff happens. .com, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, yeah, it really is. There's like these tiny pieces of paper where he's just thinking this stuff happened around here. This stuff happens around here. And then building out the plan from there. It's genuinely insane to see that, like, we're also only at 2005. And this is an amazing read, by the way, to just straight up look at the full history and the attention to detail, right? The attention to detail, where he's like looking at stuff like this of like YouTube and London and Katrina, don't remember much. And 2006, hopeless to remember. Like, he just doesn't actually remember certain things. He's like, that was a hazy year. I was in my party days. I was getting fucked up. Twitter. Do not sell before 2013. Remember the PR. Tweet. We've got Twitter. We're obtaining the Apple stock, which is before the launch of the iPhone as well. This is pre-iPhone. This is 2006. This is when they're like, hey, BlackBerry. More like Dead Berry, here's an iPhone touchscreen. Buy Pharma Corp for swine. Oh. Buy Pharma Corporation for swine flu. This is, yep, this is all going to go into like Big Pharma. Big Pharma. Commence Chronon tech development. It's hilarious that this doesn't even become interesting in regards to anything that's related to like Chronon stuff or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I guess you did that. It's more interesting to see like the planning around real world events and how he just totally takes advantage of all of it. Sell stock before the bank crisis and got to cash in big before the recession hits. But we get to listen to that sweet, sweet recession pop music. No mystery woman sightings in 2 years. Prepare for the Dow Jones crash. Arrange a TV interview on Virginia. Buy oil. Here's the iPhone announcement. There you go, by the way. Obtain Apple stock a full year before the iPhone announcement. Dr. Joyce surveillance update. Still developing unknown device. I love that this is like iPhone release. Get Apple stocks a lot. Hatch to expand Monarch security. Riverport University. It begins. Begin construction of Monarch Tower. Barrel. This is the time to sell. Selling his barrels of oil. Transfer research resources to Chronon. The Fermi Telescope launch. Call Mike T. Shareholder presentation. The Papua New Guinea coup. Finally access to AlbCorp resources. Transfer all research to Chronon regulation issue. The Dow Jones. Call all Congress contacts. Monarch PR round important by AN 3100 Tech. 2009. The swine flu epidemic. We have pharma patients in place. Sell rights cheap. And that was picked up. Hey, swine flu epidemic. 2009 in April. And when was that managed? 3 years earlier. Buying the Pharma Corporation for swine flu. 3 years ahead of time. Because you're also wanting to cover yourself, even though, you know, you wouldn't really even be able to, oh, this is suspicious, you know, then people would start getting conspiracy about it. But 3 years earlier, maybe it's a little harder to come by, of like people being like, oh, you bought that like a month before, you know. Crisis ends. Show investors how Monarch. More power. PR campaign help the poor with housing. Senators Apple and Cromwell support. Hey, Chronon Tech Alpha, 2 years behind, no solution. Cheap investments in Europe. PR preparations for Haiti as well. Every single disaster prepared for. Not to help the people beforehand, not to, you know, put things in place, because that funding, it all has to go towards this. Just profiting off of it and getting good PR when they go and help out. Dr. Joyce surveillance intel. Workshop intel inspected research inside. He may be developing the very device we require. Could potentially solve Chronon research block. How fascinating is that too? Like, it's like this whole thing where it's like developing the thing that we actually need. 2010. Greece bailout. Deepwater spill. Surveillance Joyce workshop. It may be our only hope. And there's a Dr. Sophia Amaral recruitment. The Haiti earthquake. Global crisis aid from Monarch. PR announcement. Sell package to Haiti government. Time lab plans ready. Purchase industrial district. Williams Chronon device is the solution. Chronon device repurpose. CFR. Dr. Kim proposed as battery for lifeboat can reverse engineer to build Chronon tech. Mystery woman must have warned him of end of time. Still believes it can be fixed. Chronon device developed to stop fracture. Mystery woman threat neutralized. And there you go. That's it. It's just a footnote there. Williams research obtained. Reopen Chronon division. Block alleviated. Amaral on board. WikiLeaks. November 28th. 2011. Occupy Wall Street. The Japan tsunami. Sickness cure development begins. The Arab Spring begins. Too much of a mess starts here. Get rid of Middle East investments early. NASA Curiosity launch. Use Greek crisis to get cheap real estate in Europe. CFR examination complete. Time, tech, training, recruits. Contact Liam Burke. Highly regarded prospect. 2012, the Curiosity landing on Mars. Call to JPL, congratulations. Monarch Robotics presentation. CERN discover Higgs boson. Connect Chronon scientists with contact. Keep Monarch results a secret. Hatch to India. Greek bailout 2. India power blackout. Final chance to remove the Snowden link. Jeez. God damn. 2013. Time tech training complete. Soldiers prepped for conditions of end of time. The Snowden leak. Erase all connections to SB. Turn critical cable to advantage. By the way, just even stuff like this. Just massive shit like this, man. Hearing voices. Past, future blending together. It begins there. A few years after. Riverport Police. Sell Russian stocks, Cuban investments, the Yolanda Typhoon. Get Riverport Mayor to support the campus plan. Artemis Vision. Vision of Artemis. Connection to shifters. What does this mean? Ah, jump scare. Time Vision jump scare. Chronon Division. The Ebola outbreak. Yep. Pharma stock skyrocket. Sell to MT. Launch PR campaign for Monarch International. Helped out with that. Visions of ET disrupting reality. More frequent without warning. EOT. Without warning, affecting daily activities. Treatment becoming less effective. Ukraine. Yes, the first one. Well, not even the first one. This one. The 2014 one. Start cooperation with PMC. Announce Monarch security protocol. Yeah, sorry. The timeline doesn't even go to. It doesn't even cover that one. Lifeboat Alpha phase construction begins. We have Flight 370. Be sure to sell rest of stock at May. Yep, don't forget that. US sanctions on Russia. Make deal with Ivan. Withdraw assets from Moscow. Cuba. Cuba, baby. Fucking Volkswagen erase Monarch trail. Honestly, everything that is in gray, which is all the big stuff, is the crazy stuff to see how it ties into their money-making opportunities, like the Nepal quake, new phase of matter found, get project staff on board. Somebody working against Monarch, high security files have been tampered with, must build team to expose traitor. Wonder who that would be. Sickness cure prototype sabotaged. Who is responsible? Possible suspects. Fiona Miller. She was a suspect early on. Trevor Calloway, which I don't even think we know who that is. And Chase Lucas. I don't think we know who that is either. I don't think we've seen that. Recurring vision of Artemis. Prevalent visions of Artemis at the end of time. Must look into this. 2016, the big one. And let me get a look at it. Monarch time machine frame completed. Who is responsible for Dr. Kim's fate? Recurring vision, William dies. His death is inevitable. Prepare for this. Chronon weaponry prototypes complete. Phase 2 complete. Monarch Gala. Reveal CFR, address concerns regarding the fracture. Reassert control. Assure lifeboat participants that Phase 2 is complete. Lifeboat Alpha is done. Shifter research. Begin research on Dr. Kim's condition. Use research to develop weapons against shifters. Traitor still not exposed. Assign Liam Burke to hunt down traitor. Hatch questions Sophia's allegiance. Ignore. Voices getting louder. Visions increasing. Treatment no longer alleviates the symptoms. Doubling the dose. William Joyce dead. Vision came true. Fracture begins. University heist. Retrieve time machine core. Stay the course. Mystery woman from End of Time is Beth Wilder. She connected to Artemis? Oh my, wait. Oh my god, wait. Artemis is control. Artemis is control, right? Artemis is the thing. Oh, wait. Oh my god. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played Control. I played Control in 2021. Isn't Artemis the name of the voice of the thing in Control? Alright, I got a little ahead of myself. I was like, Beth Wilder, Artemis. Polaris. So close. It's Polaris, which is the voice in Control. Polaris, Artemis, hey. We'll let it go. We don't know what Artemis is then. I'm so desperate. I'm so desperate for the Control connection. I've like freaked out. Anyway. 2016. And then we go 2017. Gray area. Events unknown. Cannot question the path. This is our only salvation. Sickness, permanent, cure. Earliest time of delivery for the cure. Symptoms getting worse. Projected estimate uncertain. 2017. In what distant deeps or skies burnt the fire of in thine eyes? On what wings dare he aspire? What the hand dare seize the fire? I am the symmetry of fear. I am the weight of salvation. I am chosen. Okay, pal. Chronon harvesting complete. 2018. Shifter testing. Weapons vulnerability. Chronon shields. 2019. Anti-shifter weapons delivery. Lifeboat final construction complete. Run final diagnostics. Phase 3 Chronon tech delivery. 2020. Lifeboat entry. Fracture solution research commences. Stutters reach violent levels. End of time. 2021. Solution to fracture earliest estimated delivery 17 subjective years after the EOT. Phase 3 complete. End of time prep. Buddy. Fracture commences here, and you know fracture begins. But goddamn. This is the work that you had planned. Oh, it's happening a little earlier than expected. That was a fun read, genuinely, to go through, like, that timeline, but just, yeah. Grim at the same time, right? Just very grim to see what was being planned and accounted for, especially in the early phases, to just really point out, hey, where'd all that money come from? Where do you think? Where do you think all that profit comes from, you know? Did you get that statue? Did you get that thing moved to your office like you asked? Still looking for a computer in here, I think, right?
Report.
Sir, you ordered us to search the demolished lab. Your treatments were destroyed, but there was one left. The casing appears to be broken, but it's all we could find.
Oh, broken casing on the cure, huh? You gonna be that desperate enough to take it, buddy?
The treatment's right here. Whenever you're ready.
Hold on, pal. I got a computer to read. Please do not repeat yourself. Okay, Hatch's arrest from Clarissagawa. Mr. Serene, I just heard that you ordered Mr. Hatch arrested. I understand that there appears to be damning evidence against him, but at the risk of offering my opinion where it's not wanted, I ask you to reconsider the situation. As Mr. Hatch has repeatedly said, there are people working against you within Monarch, and I believe he's right. I don't know who they are, obviously, but I believe that Mr. Hatch's attempts to expose them have made him a target. I'm sure you can see what I mean. It seems very convenient that just as Mr. Hatch has been trying to convince you there are people you can't trust within Monarch, your treatments are destroyed and he is implicated. Looking at this from the POV of an actual traitor, I can't think of a better way to get rid of a threat, strike against you, and allay suspicion all in one bold move. Obviously, sir, I trust your judgment. You know I have the highest respect for you. I don't mean to second guess you. Still, I'm afraid that you are being manipulated. Martin Hatch is not your enemy. That's just what someone working with Hatch would say. Oh, I wish that he had something to say in response to that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep walking over here. It's not like they can break the seal on my treatment another time. I want to look at what I've got over here. My delightful bed and my green bag of stuff. Very good. Just stuff and things. Here's me trying to see if there's anything like interesting to look at. My book. My lovely book. And my shirt that I leave here and my miserable looking bed. All right. What a goddamn spread for some whiteboards, huh? All right. I'm coming to have my maybe awful treatment. Let's give it a go. Oh, it's the junction choice as well, of course. So Do we huff it or do we puff it?
One of my treatments. But it's damaged. Is it safe to use?
Sir? I didn't catch that.
Or is it a trap? Another betrayal.
We're gonna be sus about this.
The treatment will make me weak. Is that what they want? Can any of them be trusted?
Let's have a look.
I'm not a traitor.
You're the same now. And I need your help.
I can focus on the mission. The lifeboat. See it through to the end. I still have allies I can trust.
Look, you have to realize you're not gonna keep me from getting the CFR.
Last chance to walk away, Joyce.
Liam Burke. He would fight to defend us. To slow Jack down. The plan could still work.
Wow. Serene holds onto his holds onto his reason in a final effort to see his plan through, going with Liam Burke. Well, I guess we can see where Liam's gonna end up if we pick that with the show, right?
You have all betrayed me. Assured my downfall. And now, I will assure yours.
My world will be renewal. My world will see balance.
Chaos. It's falling apart. They're working against me. They're fighting each other.
You'll need to get to Serene's office. He's got direct access to the CFR. All right?
Joyce fixes the fracture. He fixes the world. They'll go home happy.
Charlie Wincott. Another weakling. A traitor siding with Jack. I can make them suffer. All of them.
Serene stops fighting the Chronon Syndrome. He loses faith in his plan and Monarch. Whoa, oh my god. This is really hard. This is really hard of like what he would choose. So he would choose to like empower Burke with control and he would get in the way and surrender. Charlie would be a turncoat. Liam would be finished by Martin. This might be the hardest one yet. What would Paul do? I feel like if he saw that he still had someone he could trust or like an ally, he would probably commit, because like this whole timeline thing is like one path, one way through. Do not like waver from this thing, you know, like to get to this point now, for him to have like, and he's addicted to huffing this stuff, to have this in front of him, even if it's a little dirty, I feel like he'd still take the chance because he believes wholeheartedly that like he is right. Like he's got to see it through. Like he wouldn't and couldn't do all of this to surrender at the very end, right here at this table with the cure in his hand. I actually am really torn by the choice regardless. I feel like Paul would show control, but there's part of me that feels like surrender would be also a valid choice. Like at this moment that he thinks like, could it be some sort of treacherous trick? But then he's seeing that Jack would get the upper hand with Charlie. Here's my favorite part. Now that we're like at this point with this serious control and surrender thing, is we're obviously in this sense of this is post-fracture, but is there still this element of no matter what happens, is there this illusion of choice? You know, there's obviously things that can go in a different direction, but does it just end up leading to the same outcomes each and every time, regardless, whether it's a victory or a loss? I think so. And that's what Beth is talking about. She's like, even if like you succeed or if you fail, it leads to the same outcome because it's determined. So it's very interesting to think about it in that way. I think Paul would go for control. I don't see him putting down the chance to go, oh baby, especially because it's breaking him apart. But I will voice it to the class. I'm fucking torn on this one.
Sir? Thank you. I'll be right down. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
He took that hit. I wonder how that feels being a little dirty. It was a dirty rip.
I feel more clear-headed, calmer. But it won't last. I need to work fast while I still can. Bradbury swimming pool.
How'd you recognize that? Ooh, whoa, hey, look at this. Whoa. Now this is a really cool split, huh? This is a really cool split. This is the first time that I haven't had my friends on my side. None of your friends agreed with your choice. 0. But the community says 72 goddamn big old percentage points. That's huge. 72% probably said, hey, Paul, he ain't gonna let it go. He ain't gonna let it go. He's gonna maintain control over the Chronon Syndrome. That's great. I love that. This shows that it's not an easy choice. I don't think any of the choices are easy. This is the first time I've been on the community side every time. You guys got my back. It is just really interesting to see what like the majority of people choose anyway, because I feel like people choose certain pathways for different reasons based on feelings and understanding of the situation and whatnot. But there you go. Friendship ended with San. It's over. It's over. Sorry, Cass Blues. You don't get to appear today. But 72% of the community agreed. And there you go. And there you go. And then we're not gonna look at the TV episode. We're gonna go bop, end of the episode, because we will be reacting to that one. In due time, we'll be reacting to that one next time. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Quantum Break. Act 5 is on approach, but we will be first reacting to the 4th episode of the Quantum Break show before then. Very curious to see what that is going to be. I assume it's just genuinely this version will be like Liam Burke getting being the last guy he can rely on, which is actually kind of huge because this is going to have the show connect with the game in a pretty big way. It's either like Liam Burke or a Charlie Wincott angle, which is fascinating. We also don't know what Fiona is up to, what she's chosen to do. We shall see, but a massive episode regardless in terms of like the story progression. And I feel devastated about Beth. The inevitability of time it's a great story about trying to fight against fate, almost against these like hopeless insurmountable odds that you know that there is a failure, but still, can we try and beat it anyway? Can we do it for Beth? We just have to keep playing to find out. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like and a comment down below with your thoughts. What choice did you make? And please subscribe if you haven't already to support the channel, and I will see you next time.